After several months of back and forth, President Tinubu and organized Labour came to a compromise on Thursday, pegging the new minimum wage at 70,000 naira. With the latest development, President Tinubu will in the next few days forward the wage review bill to the National Assembly before implementation may commence. Correspondent Inabuchi sent in this report. The President's approval followed wide consultative meetings with governors, the organized private sector and the labor bureaucrats. Labour, however, conceded by accepting a new wage increase when Tinubu promised to ensure that wages would be reviewed every 3 years rather than the once in 5 years old order. Minister of Information and National Orientation Mohammed Idris said the agreement will bring smiles on the faces of the workers, as the President has fulfilled his promise that he will not disappoint the workers.
You recall that last week we had a meeting here, and the organized private sector and the subnationals have also held their various meetings with Mr. President following the submission of the tripartite agreement to Mr. President. Labour came last week. They had meeting with Mr. President. They adjourned, asked for adjournment for a week to go and consult further. They did those consultations. They have come back today, and we have met with Mr. President. We're happy to announce today that both the federal government and the organized labor have agreed on an increase on the 62,000 naira minimum wage. The new national minimum wage that we expect Mr. President to submit to the National Assembly for legislation is 70,000 naira.
The NLC President Joe Ajaero and the TUC counterpart Festus Osifo said what came as most appealing for the workforce was the assurance by the President to effect a 3-yearly review of wages and the assurance that by next week the bill to amend the minimum wage shoring it up to 70,000 naira will most likely go to the National Assembly soon.
Mr. President assured all Nigerians that he's their president and would not disappoint, and he has shown that this afternoon. Recall that Labour saw Mr. President last week, and they asked that he should give them 1 week to consult more. And of course, at the end of the day, the consultation came very fruitful because Mr. President said he has to be a father, that it's not issue of law who is right or who will blink the first, that he is our father, like he always said, that we should end the issue of give me 1,000 and add 1,000 and all that.
The new wage, when implemented, is expected to cushion the hardship that the workers have been facing since the removal of the oil subsidy.